I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie. I could marry this wench for this device. So could I too, and ask no other dowry with her but such another jest. Neither, nor I neither. Here comes my noble girl-catcher. Wilt thou set thy foot at my neck, or a mine either? Shall I play my freedom at trade trip and become thy bond-slave? If faith or I either. Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him he must run mad. Nay, but say true, does it work upon him, like aqua vitae with a midwife? If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first. Approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a colour she abhors, and cross-gartered a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me. To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit. I'll make one too. Save thee, friend, and thy music dost thou live by thy tabor. No, sir, I live by the church. Art thou a churchman? No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church. So thou mayst say the king lies by a beggar, if a beggar dwell near him, or the church stands by thy tabor, if thy tabor stand by the church. You have said, sir, to see this age a sentence is but a cheverel glove to a good wit, how quickly the wrong side may be turned outward. Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton. I would therefore my sister had no name, sir. Why, man? Why, sir, her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But indeed words are very rascals, since bonds disgraced them. Thy reason, man, trust, sir, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I am loath to prove reason with them. I warrant thou art a merry fellow, and cardst for nothing. Not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, I would it would make you invisible. Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool? No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And the fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not a fool, but a corrupter of words. I see thee late at the Count Orsino's. Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there. Nay, and thou pass upon me. I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee. Now Jove in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard. By my troth, I'll tell thee I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within? Would not a pair of these have bred, sir? Yes, but kept together and put to use. I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia, sir, to bring a Cressida to this Troilus. I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged. The matter, I hope, is not a great, sir, begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within, sir, I will conster to them. Whence you come, who you are, and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn. This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe their mood on whom he jests, the quality of persons, and the time. And like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice, as full of labour as a wise man's art. For folly that he wisely chose is fit, but wise men folly fallen, quite taint their wit. Save you, gentlemen. And you, sir. De vous garde, monsieur. Et vous aussi, votre servitude. I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours. Where you encounter the house, my niece is desirous you should enter if your trade be to her. I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage. Taste your legs, sir, put them to motion. My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs. I mean to go, sir, to enter. I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you. That youth's a rare courtier, rain odors well. My matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear. Odors, pregnant and vouchsafed, I'll get 'em all three already. Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir. My duty, madam, and most humble service. What is your name? Cesario's your servant's name, fair princess. My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry word since lowly feigning was called compliments. Yet you're servant to the Count Orsino youth. And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam. For him, I think, madam, for his thoughts would they were blanks rather than filled with me. Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf. Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres. Dear lady, give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you, under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honour at the stake, and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart. So let me hear you speak. I pity you. That's a degree to love. No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies. Why then methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, word, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way due west. Then westward ho, grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Yell nothing, madam, to my lord by me. Stay, I prithee tell me what thou thinkest of me. That you do think you are not what you are. If I think so, I think the same of you. Then think you right, I am not what I am. I would you were as I would have you be. Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool. Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip! A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that maugre all thy pride. Now nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this cause, for that I woo thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better. By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam, never more will I my master's tears to you deplore. Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now whores to like his love. No, faith, I'll no stay a jot longer. Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason. You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew. Mary, I saw your niece do more favours to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard. Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that. As plain as I see you now. This was a great argument of love in her toward you. Slight, will you make an ass of me? I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason. And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor. She did show favour to the youth in your sight, only to be exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valour, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jests. Fire knew from the mint you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle of a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either of valour or policy. An it be any way, it must be with valour, for policy I hate. A head as a thief, leaf by a brownest as a politician. Why then build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valour? Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him, hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valour. There is no way but this, Sir Andrew. Will either of you bear me a challenge to him? Go, write it in a martial hand, be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so to be eloquent and full of invention. Tarn him with the license of ink. If thou thouest him some thrice, it shall not be amiss, and as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, although the sheet were big enough for the bed of ware in England. Set him down, go about it, let there be gall enough in thy ink, though now write with a goose pen, no matter about it. Where shall I find you? We'll call thee at the cubicle, or go. There is a dear mannikin to you, Sir Toby. I have been dear to him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so. We shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it. Never trust me then, and by all means stir on the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hale them together, for Andrew, if he were opened and you find so much blood in his liver as will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy. In his opposite, the youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty. Look where the youngest wren of 9 comes. If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourselves into stitches, follow me. Yon gull Malvolio's turned heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passage of grossness. He's in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, most villainously like a pedant that keeps school in the church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter that I drop to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him if she do. He'll smile and make it for a great favor. Come, bring us where he is. I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I would no further chide you. I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth, and not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger unguided and unfriended often prove rough and unhospitable, my willing love. The rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit. My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, and ever thanks, and oft good turns, and shuffled off with such an uncurrent pay. But were my worth as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town? Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging. I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown the city. Would you'll pardon me? I do without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight 'gainst the Count his galleys I did some service. Of such a note indeed, that were I ta'en here, it would scarce be answered. Belike you still great number of his people. The offence is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quantity of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which of, for traffic's sake, most of our city did, only myself stood out, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear. Do not, then walk too open. It doth not fit me, Hood, sir. Here's my purse in the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet. Whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town, there shall you have me. Why are your purse? Happily your eyes shall light upon some tour you have desired to purchase in your store, and I think is not for idle markets, sir. I'll bet your purse-bearer leave you more for an hour. To the Elephant. I do remember. I have sent after him. He says he'll come. For shall I feast him, what bestow of him? For youth has brought more oft than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio? He's coming, madam, but in very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam. Why, what's the matter? Does he rave? No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship, were best to have some guard about you if he come, for sure the man is tainted in his wits. Go call him hither. I am as mad as he. If sad and married madness equal be, how now, Malvolio? Sweet lady, ho ho, smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion. Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me, as the very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all. Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee? Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and command shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand. Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio? To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee. God, comfort me thee. Why dost thou smile so, and kiss thy hand so oft? How do you, Malvolio? At your request, yes. Nightingales answer droves. Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady? Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ. What meanest thou by that, Malvolio? Some are born great. Some achieve greatness. What sayest thou? And some have greatness thrust upon them. Heaven restore thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee cross-gartered. Cross-gartered? Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. Am I made? If not, let me see thee a servant still. Why, this is very midsummer madness. Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship pleasure. I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry. Oh ho! Do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner. How? As a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some sir of note, and so forth. I have limed her. But it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away, now let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor any after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked. Which way is he? In the name of sanctity. If all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him. Here he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man? Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off. Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks with him. Did not I tell you, Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care for him? Aha, does she so? Go to, peace, we must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What man defy the devil? Consider he's an enemy to mankind. Do you know what you say? Lay you, and you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it at heart. Pray God, he be not bewitched. Carry this water to the wise woman. Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning. If I live, my lady would not lose him for more than I'll say. How now, mistress? Oh, Lord. Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him. No way but gentleness. Gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used. Why, how now, my ballcock? How dost thou chuck? Sir? Biddy, come with me. What man? 'Tis not for gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, foul collier. Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray. My prayers, minx. No, I warrant you, he will not hear of godliness. Go hang yourselves all, you are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall no more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius hath taken the infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint. Why, we shall make him mad indeed. The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he's mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him. At which time we will bring the device to bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see!
No matter for a May morning. Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, is it? I warrant him do but read.
Give me. Youth whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.